welcome inside the gym, Wildcat Nation at Keystone High School in LaGrange for tonight's WEOL Cage matchup live on WEOL.com and, of course, the Chronicle Telegram's YouTube channel. We've got the Keystone Wildcats hosting the Orrville Red Riders, and tonight's basketball broadcast brought to you by Nick Abraham Buick GMC and Nick Abraham Elyria Ford at Route 57 and East Broad Street, of course, in Elyria. Also brought to you by tonight, Lorain County Community College. It's real education for good jobs. The Lorain Medina Rural Electric Cooperative. It's your Touchstone Energy partner. Tonight's broadcast brought to you by your North Ridgeville convenient Sunoco. It's at Center Ridge and Barton Roads in North Ridgeville. Of course, Smitty's Place on East Bridge Street across from the Elyria Post Office. And Mallard Creek Golf Club on Route 82 in Columbia Station. We welcome Mallard Creek. And also tonight by Eco Tree Services, your complete tree care company. My name is Ron Yantz, my partner as always, Jared Kozar. And we are blessed tonight with the presence on camera of the Hall of Famer himself, Nick Hershey. Nick brought his dad, Dave Hershey, with him tonight. Nick's going to take his dad out for dinner after the game, and we hope he takes his dad to a real reputable place.
Had a good conversation with David Hershey prior to us taking the airwaves tonight and getting onto that Chronicle Telegram YouTube channel, and he mentioned that he is 38 years old today. Nick clocking in just about 5 years behind him, so I think they're doing pretty good in terms of symmetry there in the Hirsch family, making sure that goes on.
It's wonderful. Tonight on the floor, you can see the Wildcat in the center there, and his Nick pans to the left. It's the Orrville Red Riders warming up. Orrville comes into this basketball game a winner in the sectional championship game over Garfield, 57-52. That game just a couple of nights ago. They are 14-9 on the season. Orrville plays in the Principals Conference, and in that Principals Conference, they finished 7-5 this year. They were third in league play. Northwest won it. Northwest was undefeated at 12-0, and Worcester Triway was second at 10-2. Then you had Orrville, Fairless, Canton South, Tulsa, and Manchester. And I give emphasis to Canton South, as I said it, because that's who Keystone beat to get here tonight. The Keystone Wildcats knocked off Canton South 41-28, again, just a couple of nights ago. And if you're looking for comparison's sake, in the game that Orrville played against Canton South this year, they knocked off South 44-39 in the first game. And then they lost to Canton South in the second game by 6, 53-47. That game was on the road for Orrville in Canton against South High School. If you're looking for another comparison for tonight's matchup, Keystone did not play Elyria Catholic this year, but certainly we have seen both of those programs for several years, both of them outstanding. Keystone, of course, led by Rocky Houston, and Elyria Catholic led by Eric Rothgary. Elyria Catholic beat Orrville on the third game of the season this year, 48-29. So, you know, those things are what they are. Comparisons, numbers, something for us to talk about, but all that really matters is what happens tonight on this basketball floor. We are weeks, in some cases months away from or removed from some of those games, so these two teams are completely different now as experience settles in. So we're going to take a timeout. We've got the national anthem coming up here. And when we come back, we'll have the starting lineups and get you ready for tonight's district semifinal game at Keystone as the Wildcats host the Red Riders of Orrville High School.
It's the biggest show of the year, the Cleveland Auto Show, running February 20th through March 1st at the IX Center. Nick Abraham Buick GMC is once again proud to be a part of the event, so you can see their latest lineup packed with style, performance, and innovation. Take the drive to their Elyria showroom, where special auto show deals are waiting for you. From the auto show to your driveway, get your next vehicle at Nick Abraham Buick GMC, Route 57 and East Broad Street in Elyria.
Hi, Tim Elkhorn, radio voice of the Cavs. For several years, you've heard me talk about Eco Tree Services on WEOL. Recently, I needed trees removed, so of course, I contacted Eco Tree. They did an incredible job. The folks at EcoTree were timely, efficient, and the work was flawless. Take it from me, when your trees need attention or even require removal, contact EcoTree Services. Like me, you'll love their work. Find EcoTree Services online at ecotreeservices.com.
Lorain County Community College is where you'll lock in your future success. LCCC will get you prepared, get you credentialed, and get you working. Lorain County Community College. Your goals, your career, your future. Enroll today.
Looking for the best Friday fish fry around? Every Friday of the year, and especially during Lent, stop by North Ridgeville Convenient Sunoco for lunch or dinner. Enjoy delicious perch, cod, catfish, pierogies, and cabbage and noodles made fresh and ready to go. Planning a party? Convenient has you covered with deli trays, party trays, and a full-service meat department with expert butchers on hand to help with any purchase. Visit Convenient at Center Ridge and Barton Roads in North Ridgeville. Open 7 days a week. And good luck to all of our area teams in the tournaments.
Keystone comes into tonight's game 20-3 on the year. They are 12-2. They finished the year 12-2 in the Lorain County 8 Conference. They finished conference runner-ups to the champion Firelands Falcons. Here's a look at the starting lineups for Orrville. Number 2 will head to center court. That's Emma Breedy. Breedy, a 5'3" junior. There's Emma in the middle of your shot. Number 4 for Orrville, Brooklyn Butzer. Butzer, a 5'6" junior. She can score it. She's one of their top players. Number 5, Cadence Wilson, a 5'7" senior. Wilson will wear number 5. Orrville in their road red, trimmed in black and white. Number 12 is Kate Lacey. Lacey's a 5'7" junior. And rounding out the top 5 for Orrville, number 22, 5'9" junior, J.C. Mopus. So it's Breedy, Butzer, Wilson, Lacey, and Mopus for the Orrville Red Riders, 14-9 overall, led by Maggie Summers, their head coach. That's a look at the line at the bench for the Keystone Wildcats as they send out their starters. Number 0, Jada Gaines, a 5'6" sophomore forward. Jada, 15 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists tonight. Sophia Clerico, a 5'7" sophomore guard. Clerico, 4 points, 2 rebounds, 3 assists a night. The first junior in the starting lineup, Kendall Krabiels. Krabiels, a 5'9" junior forward. Kendall, 2 points, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists tonight. She's an offensive rebounding machine. A 9th grader, 5'9" forward, Caitlin Lamb. Lamb, 3 points, 4 assists tonight. And then the straw that stirs the drink for the Keystone Wildcats, their point guard, 5'6" junior, Maddie Sokolowski. Sokolowski, 24 points a night, 8 rebounds a night, 4 assists a night. She does it all for Keystone. Wildcats 20-3, 12-2. They finished their LC8 season, and they are 11-1 at home. Partner Jared Kozar. The only loss this year at home was in early February. The 2nd of February, they took on the Padua Bruins, who are real good this year, and Padua beat them by 39 points, 64-25.
Yeah, held serve at home for the most part, and certainly in the league here. We had them against Firelands, who would go on to eventually be league champs, but Rock got the better of Firelands that afternoon by about 8 or 9 points, so did really well.
The Wildcats here off a win over Canton South, 41-28. This is Jada Gaines with the basketball. Gaines will set screen. She'll work it inside. They go to Gaines. Gaines off the dribble, faces a double. Coach Houston expects Orrville to really pack it in and make them score from the outside. And if there's anybody that can do it, it's the young girl with the basketball right now, and that's Maddie Sokolowski. Sokolowski hands it off to Caitlin Lamb. And a little weave working out top. Ball on the perimeter. Here's Gaines inside. Nice feed from Sokolowski. And that did everything but drop. It was Cadence Wilson with the rebound. Orrville coming in off a win over Garfield, a close one by 5, 57-52. They'll do that a lot. They'll shoot that outside shot. And that one rebounded by Krabiels. Kendall Krabiels averaging 5 rebounds a night for Keystone. Orrville playing tight defense. Wildcats look for the seam. Jada Gaines will flash that top of the key middle, set the screens for guards like Sokolowski, and then look for the basketball. Early on here, partner, it's patience, the key for this Keystone offense.
Well, they got a really good look at the bucket in that first possession. I think they want to replicate that. A couple of inside passes, maybe one too many right there, Ron.
It's a steal by Orrville. Wilson off to Butzer. And the Red Riders with another three, their second attempt. This one's short again, and with the rebound is Maddie Sokolowski. Here comes Sokolowski on the break. You know, one of the defenses, or one of the offenses against that defense, Sokolowski just dropped a three. Maddie Sokolowski with an opening three, and her team's up 3-0. Orrville on the break, they get the bunny on the fast break. It was Breedy to Molpus, and JC laid it up and laid it in. My point was, one of the ways to beat this type of defense that settles in the half-court set is off misses to get down and get into a fast break situation, not allowing Orrville to get into the defensive set that they're in right now. This is Sokolowski, splits the double, floats it up and drops it. Maddie Sokolowski ran into a defender and still dropped it. She's got 5, and her team's up 5-2 early.
Yeah, looking good right now, getting Sokolowski going. Keystone, I think Rocky Houston be one of the first to tell us, not really that deep. So what you see is what you get out of there in terms of production from the 5 on the floor. Not really a whole lot coming.
Steal in the backcourt. It's Lamb with the basketball. Kicks it. Maddie Sokolowski spots it, shoots it, and Maddie Sokolowski has hit her second three. She's got 8. She's got 90 3-point shots made on the season. That is 90 in 20. This would be the 24th game. She leads the county. It's a county record, as a matter of fact. No one in the history of girls basketball in the county has ever hit more than Maddie Sokolowski has in a single season.
Still another year to go, too.
And there's another. Sokolowski dropping them. She's got 11. She's hit 3 threes. The Wildcats off to an 11-2 lead, and Orrville wants a timeout. We're going to talk you through this first timeout. We want to welcome 2 of our, sponsors that have been with us before but are new to this week's basketball broadcast. One is Mallard Creek Golf Club, and we like to welcome Mallard Creek. They'll sponsor our halftime show. They'll be big for us all night long. Our halftime show will be brought to you by Mallard Creek. It's on Route 82 in Columbia Station.
Great folks over there, 36 holes at golf, and you can really do pretty well. Weather, not as big a factor as you would think over at Mallard Creek. That woods course drains pretty quickly, and you can get out there in 30-degree weather as long as it's dry.
Well, and they've got a great green superintendent at Mallard Creek, and he's actually in attendance tonight. He's sitting in the front row across the, about foul line length, directly across the Orrville bench from us, a big Keystone fan. And that's Sokolowski with a steal off the inbound, and Maddie left that one short. She was too wide open. That greenskeeper, Jeff Kazmierzak at Mallard Creek. So we welcome Mallard Creek, and we thank them for sponsoring our halftime show tonight. It's 11-2 Keystone. Orrville out of that timeout. They get that dribble drive by Brooklyn Butzer. And Butzer with her first 2.
And, it's not really what they wanted to do on that timeout because there was a turnover. But once they got back down the floor, they were able to put the ball in the bucket just the way they did on a layup earlier in the game, not settling for that 3.
Jada Gaines does what she wants to do. She likes to beat people off the dribble at the top of the key, and she's quick enough to do it. Sokolowski with a steal. Here comes Maddie. Will set up for the 3, shoot it, and that one's a little long, but the rebound comes back out. Sokolowski to the basket, drew the defense, another 3, and that one's real long. And it's Orrville's J.C. Molpus with the basketball. Down the floor, it's Wilson off the glass, didn't go, but Molpus is there for the follow. Top of the key, 3, it's short. Orrville's 0 for 3 so far from outside the arc, but the rebound is up and good by Emma Breedy.
Yeah, needed that putback to keep that possession alive. They got 4 looks at the bucket there, Ron. So if Keystone wants to play a little bit differently, more aggressive, they're going to have to get tough inside.
Well, from a high school standpoint, they're pretty big. Orrville, 5'9", 5'7", 5'7". There's, 3 of their top 5 they've got length. Gaines sets up her teammate. Sokolowski fights for the rebound, and controlling it is Butzer. Brooklyn Butzer scores 14 points a night for this Orrville team. Butzer's number 4. That's 2, Breedy with another 3, and that one's long. The rebound inside by Orrville. It's Lacey. She had it, and then she lost it. And Kendall Krabiels controlled it for Keystone. This is Sokolowski. She'll bring it up. Little 4-0 run right now for Orrville. So the Wildcats are looking to get back in the scorebook. And there's a steal by Butzer. Butzer on the break. And Brooklyn off the glass. Good defense, but drawing a foul will be Butzer. Kate Lacey, or actually it's Ava Armitage, who will get called for the foul.
Pretty good heads-up play by Butzer. Maybe got herself a little bit too far underneath the cylinder there and then thought to herself, I got to make it look like I'm trying to get a bucket here, see what happens if I get fouled, go to the line. And that's exactly what happened. A chance for Orrville to cut into the lead with the clock stopped.
The run could go 6-0 if both of these free throws are dropped and the first one's in. Brooklyn Butzer, a junior, on the year, 73% from the foul line. And in the game and rebounding is the 6'5" ninth grader, Bella Dooley. Dooley will set up on the post. She's on the right block right now, wearing number 4. 6'5", ninth grader. Ball movement out top. You'll watch Dooley. You can see her in the shot, and the pass goes into her. She'll work both sides of the lane. When the ball swings, she'll swing. They'd love to get the ball into her. Dooley's being guarded by a 5'9" J.C. Mulpus right now. So that is 8 inches that Dooley has on her defender. 3 from the outside, and that's nothing but net from Ava Armitage.
Somebody not named Sokolowski gets in the book from beyond the arc there, and they needed that one because the Cats were not, like you said, you wanted to get that run out of the way, and they were able to stop it there.
That stops the 5-0 run by Orrville. It's 14-7 Keystone. And the Red Riders knocked down a 3. That's Wilson. They had shot their 5th and had yet to make one, but Wilson gets it started. I know Coach Houston was expecting a real good basketball game tonight. Matchup-wise, Orrville certainly presents some problems, and it's with the length. You know, and Jared, the length not only goes, from down to up, from feet to top of head, but it's those extended arms on defense.
You're right, yeah. The frames, I think, are what you're looking at there, and they're challenging these passing lanes. I'll tell you what, they're not getting beat up and down the floor either. They're in pretty good shape in what we see in this opening 7 minutes.
Wildcats staying patience on offense. That's Sokolowski inside, and Maddie got hit, and that's a late whistle. I kind of agree with Orrville's Maggie Summers. She's on the floor right now wondering about it. That was a real late whistle. That whistle wasn't blown until Sokolowski's shot fell off the rim. Maddie's going to go to the foul line, and she's going to shoot free throws. I don't know if you can see in the shot tonight with Maddie at the foul line, but she's got a black eye. Her left eye is well bruised and discolored, and I asked Coach Houston about it pregame, and he said in the Canton South game on Saturday, she went up for a rebound and took an elbow from South's big inside post player and kept playing. Woke up Sunday morning with her eye looking like that. So
this is a little bit of confusion here in terms of who they're putting the foul on the roster. Coach Summers having a conversation about number 23, I believe the official said, and they said there was not 23 out there. I'm guessing it was 22.
That would be J.C. Mulpus.
I think she's well within her right to argue this. We're not real familiar with this crew, but yes, I think she's trying to say that there was nobody that you called the foul on. Maybe it was 23 White is what they were explaining, but it wasn't necessarily the most well thought out process.
And speaking of length and speaking of wingspan, Orrville just brought in 6'2" sophomore Jenny Ballard. Ballard wears number 42, so she will be a presence in the middle both offensively and defensively. Sokolowski has 13 of the 16, and the Wildcats are up 6. It's 16-10. This is Breedy with the basketball. Wilson and Breedy out top. Breedy with a ball fake, looking inside, splitting that middle, cutting from side to side is Ballard. Jenny tried to chase that one down, and it was Jada Gaines that beat her to the basketball. Sokolowski with a high screen from Gaines. And there was less than a second left on the quarter clock, so she tried to launch it, and Cadence Wilson blocked it. 1 quarter's in the books. That one went fast, partner. It's 16-10, Keystone over Orrville. Ron Yantz, Jared Kozar, and Nick Hershey will be back.
Nick Abraham Elyria Ford is proud to once again be a part of the Cleveland Auto Show, running February 20th through March 1st at the IX Center. Check out the latest models, explore new technology, and find the perfect ride that suits your lifestyle. Love what you see at the show? Head over to Nick Abraham Elyria Ford for special deals you don't want to miss. From the show floor to the showroom, your next ride awaits at Nick Abraham Elyria Ford at the corner of Route 57 and East Broad Street in Elyria. The perfect spot for before, during, and after the game is Smitty's Place in Elyria. Smitty's has a brand new menu and is open for lunch and dinner Monday through Saturday. During Lent, stop in every Friday for perch, chowder, butterfly shrimp, lobster bisque, and hush puppies. It's the perfect way to wrap up your week and fuel up for the weekend. Be sure to follow Smitty's on Facebook to see what's new with their latest specials and events. Smitty's Place in Elyria. We'll see you there.
I need to stop looking at that Smitty's Place ad when it's played during our quarter breaks and timeouts because, man, that food looked good. Ron Yantz, Jared Kozar, Nick Hershey, we're all more hungry than we were when this game tipped off. 1 quarter in the books, it's 16-10 home team. Keystone in their home whites, trimmed in purple and black.
Fan of the crab cakes at Smitty's. I mean, that's a Lenten treat. Yeah, everybody goes perch. Those crab cakes at Smitty's, unbelievable.
Orrville down 16-10 with the basketball. Inside left block, bucket's good, and a foul. Foul's on number 10 for Keystone. That's Sophia Clerico. The bucket made by J.C. Mopus. J.C.'s now got 4. She'll look for 5 points at the foul line. And for Clerico, that's Sophia's first. Mopus with the free throw. And it's a 3-point basketball game, 16-13. It was 11-2 early, right out of the opening tip. Maddie Sokolowski hit 3 straight threes, and there's a hand check foul out top. That's a foul you see a lot in college. You put a hand on a player, it's an automatic foul. It oftentimes depends on, who the crew is. Sometimes you can get away with stuff, and sometimes it's ticky, like that.
The hard part there is that's going to be 2 on Malpus, and nobody's really in any kind of foul trouble out there, but you're just thinking to yourself, 2 at this stage in the game is pretty early.
Defense inside. Orrville wanted to travel. Keystone keeps it. First minute of the second quarter. Open 3, good shot, went hard off the backboard, but that long rebound came out to Kendall Krabiels. Clerico with the basketball. Ball movement out top. Red Riders doing a great job not letting anybody get inside the paint. Although, nice strong move, drop step by Jada Gaines. As soon as I said it, Gaines with a strong drop step, and Jada's got her first bucket.
Gaines has had a couple of nice looks there and getting position in that interior, but the first one didn't go. That one, she made sure it did.
Steal by Keystone. Sokolowski and Gaines with the basketball. Those two combined, Jared, per game for nearly 40 points. 39 on the average between Gaines and Sokolowski. And Jada just put up another shot. It's missed. And here comes Orrville's Emma Breedy with the basketball. Breedy looks left, goes right, and the layup is up and good. It was Breedy to her teammate, Cadence Wilson.
They look pretty good in terms of sharing the basketball and making a play on the break. They're getting up and down the floor really good, is Orrville so far. Again, we're coming up on the 5-minute mark here in the second quarter. So they played pretty well with this group for the most part out there.
18-15. Sokolowski tries to make it 21, left it long, and the ball knocked off a Red Rider. This Keystone team, and Jared, I know you've seen them at least once, maybe twice. I have not seen them yet this year. They are young. Gaines, sophomore. Clerico, sophomore. Lamb, 9th grader. Sokolowski, junior. Krabiels, junior. On the bench, Dooley, who's been in the game already, 9th grader.
Yeah,
Acavello, 9th grader. Armitage, who has played a little, sophomore.
Your only senior, I believe, for Rocky Houston went down in the preseason.
And, Mia Steffen.
And yeah, exactly, Steffen. And they've done pretty well as far as forging through without her.
Defense continues for both teams right now. Tough to get a bucket. It's 18-15 Keystone. 5 minutes left in this opening half. District semifinal. Wildcats are here. That's Gaines with a shot. Jada Gaines kept her balance enough, pushed it up with strength, and made it. She's got 4, and her team's up 5. It's 20-15. Wildcats have won 4 straight sectional championships. They're back in the districts for the 4th time in 4 years. They go inside. Nice look off the right block. Shot was missed by Kate Lacey. And here comes Sokolowski. And of course, Jared, you and I and Rob had that great tournament run 2 years ago, the 2023-2024 season that took this Keystone team all the way down to the state's Final Four in Dayton. Work still on the outside. Sokolowski off the screen. Good defense. Cadence Wilson doing a nice job on Maddie Sokolowski. And even with that great defense, Sokolowski still scores. She's got 15 points. Lead is back to 7. It's 22-15. I got to tell you, if I'm Cadence Wilson on that, or Lacey, I'm saying, what do I got to do to stop this girl?
Right. Yeah, and if you're the coaching staff there for Orrville, you're saying, hey, you know, that's just a really good player making a great play.
3:40 left to play opening half. There's an open look, 3 in the air, and it's nothing but net for Emma Brady.
Boy, and Orrville's been able to answer when they have to in this game so far. You mentioned you thought we were in store for a good one. Rocky Houston said the same. And with 3.5 left to go here in the first half, there's nothing to sway me otherwise.
No, it's a 2-basket game. Sokolowski looking for a cutter. There is not one there, so they'll go back out on top. It's Krabiels playing catch with Lamb. Lamb, the freshman, with the basketball. Off to Gaines. Jada to the basket, off the glass. Got it! And a blocking foul is called. And the Orrville faithful not happy with this officiating crew. The fans who are surrounding us, and then the bench that's right in front of that call on that end of the floor.
So
Foul.
There's got to be some frustration. Gaines had a full head of steam. What I would say, if you're the coaching staff, and this goes both ways, I think that Keystone has to look at it as well. That's how these guys are going to call it. At least you have to prepare as if that's going to be the way that this game's called. It's going to be tight. We've seen it tight so far.
So Gaines at the foul line. She'll get 1 free throw and she'll make it. She's got 7 points. Sokolowski's got 15. That's 22. The team's got 25, Jared. The only other basket made by a Wildcat not named Jada Gaines or Maddie Sokolowski came from the sophomore Ava Armitage, and she hit a 3.
Yeah, it was a nice one.
So the lead is back to 7 for the home team. Orrville trying to pull an upset on the road. They've been on the road both games in the tournament. That's a strong drive and a nice spinning layup that dropped for Butzer. Brooklyn Butzer has 5 points. She's their leading scorer, averaging 14 a night. Sokolowski with a seam to the basket, the floater, back of the rim, and they're going to call Maddie for the charge. So that's foul number 1 on Sokolowski. She was player of the year in the Lorain County 8 conference this year.
Yeah,
Sokolowski
those announcements were made. Sokolowski, and congratulations to Onyx Lopez, who was named Coach of the Year.
And Onyx's player, Jordan Copley, was co-player of the year in the Lorain County, in all of Lorain County.
Well, I think you think to yourself, when you get into that phase, if you win the league, that's going to be part of those credentials.
Yeah.
Certainly good job to them.
A 3 for Orrville that went in and popped back out. That was a good look by Zaya Handwork, and she's a 9th grader as well. Jared, a lot of young, talented players on the floor tonight for both teams. Gaines out top. Sokolowski, ball fake, step back, 3 in the air. Left it a little short. Keystone comes out with a rebound, and Orrville is going to get called for the foul. Foul's going to go on Jenny Ballard, and for Jenny, that's her first.
It was a battle for the rebound, and I think Ballard figured that she might be able to muscle that one away.
Acavella grabbed it. Dooley's going to come out, set a screen. Sokolowski goes off screen, and with a double team facing her, misses the layup. That was Ballard with the rebound, and here comes Orrville. We got 90 seconds left in this opening half. It's 25-20, Keystone. Wildcats led 16-10 after 1 quarter. Another 3, that one's short, but Orrville will get after it. That's Ballard inside, high off the glass, missed the shot, and there's another whistle that came well after the shot, came on the rebound, and it's going to be on Maddie Sokolowski. So I ask you this, partner, do you get Sokolowski out of there with 1:17 left? She's got 2 fouls on her.
Well, I think right now you're going to say, if you're Rocky Houston, okay, she commits that second foul. The first one was a player control foul. So, you want offense out there after these free throws. I think you probably do that and then see what the next stoppage is and get her out of the game is maybe what he's going to be inclined to do. I don't know. Rock's only been to the Final Four.
And he's only won 121 games in his 7 years here at Keystone. He's done real well. So Ballard makes 1 of 2. And it's a 4-point Keystone lead, 25-21. We're approaching the 105 mark here left in this first half. That defense by Orrville comes out, and it's right inside, as I like to say, Keystone's kitchen. I mean, they are right up inside their belly. Sokolowski to the basket off the glass, and it counts. Maddie Sokolowski has 17 points in this first half.
Yeah, looking for 18 now, and I think the Orrville defensive alignment has to be saying, as you mentioned, Ron, we're doing a good job on a premier player, and the continuation there, getting the end one.
Fouls on Butzer for Brooklyn. That's her first. And Sokolowski is now 3 for 3 from the foul line. She's got 18 points, 18 of the 28. It's normal, not a surprise. She averages 24 a night. Brooklyn and Orrville with the basketball. That's Brooklyn Butzer with the shot. It's an air ball. And Orrville will keep it. Out top, another 3, why not? Breedy got it. Emma Breedy hits her second 3. She's got 8.
She's starting to heat up too, playing really well. Unselfish player, gets everybody involved for this Orrville offense.
Wildcats up 4, 30 seconds left in the first half. Ball stolen. With it is Butzer. Butzer setting up her own shot. She'll take it, left it short, and a rebound grabbed by Bella Dooley. 14 seconds left in the half. This is Gaines with a basketball. Jada going to go right to the basket. Spin, shot was blocked. 7 seconds. Gaines looking for a teammate, still looking. 4 seconds. Spot, catch, shoot. Rattle didn't go. Rebound won't count. Didn't go, but it wouldn't count. And 1 half's in the books. It's a good one. 28-24, Keystone over Orrville at halftime in the district semifinal here at Keystone High School. Ron Yance, Jared Kozar, Nick Hershey, and Nick's dad Dave along with you tonight from Keystone. The halftime show is next, brought to you by Mallard Creek Golf Club. When we come back.
Lorraine Medina Rural Electric offers a quick and easy way to pay bills online, monitor your daily electric use, and receive updates from your cooperative through SmartHub. Members can sign up for this service at www.lmre.org or contact the LMRE office at 440-647-2133 for more information.
Hi, Tim Elkhorn, radio voice of the Cavs. For several years, you've heard me talk about EcoTree services on WEOL. Recently, I needed trees removed, so of course, I contacted EcoTree. They did an incredible job. The folks at EcoTree were timely, efficient, and the work was flawless. Take it from me. When your trees need attention or even require removal, contact EcoTree Services. Like me, you'll love their work. Find EcoTree Services online at ecotreeservices.com.
It's the biggest show of the year, the Cleveland Auto Show, running February 20th through March 1st at the IX Center. Nick Abraham Buick GMC is once again proud to be a part of the event, so you can see their latest lineup packed with style, performance, and innovation. Take the drive to their Elyria showroom, where special auto show deals are waiting for you. From the auto show to your driveway, get your next vehicle at Nick Abraham Buick GMC, Route 57 and East Broad Street in Elyria.
Lorain County Community College is where you'll lock in your future success. LCCC will get you prepared, get you credentialed, and get you working. Lorain County Community College. Your goals, your career, your future. Enroll today.
Looking for the best Friday fish fry around? Every Friday of the year, and especially during Lent, stop by North Ridgeville Convenient Sunoco for lunch or dinner. Enjoy delicious perch, cod, catfish, pierogies, and cabbage and noodles made fresh and ready to go. Planning a party? Convenient has you covered with deli trays, party trays, and a full-service meat department with expert butchers on hand to help with any purchase. Visit Convenient at Center Ridge and Barton Roads in North Ridgeville. Open 7 days a week. And good luck to all of our area teams in the tournaments.
Tonight's halftime show from Keystone High School brought to you by Mallard Creek Golf Club. You can reserve your tee time today. It's never too early. I know it's the end of February, but it's never too early to play your next round at the Duck. That's Mallard Creek Golf Club, and this is the Mallard Creek Golf Club halftime show on the Chronicle Telegram's YouTube channel and streaming on WEOL.com. The score at halftime, it's Keystone 28, Orrville 24. The Wildcats led 16-10 after a quarter. It got as close as a bucket in that quarter twice at 16-13 and then 18-15. And it got as widespread as 7 points. Keystone took a 22-15 lead about midway through that second quarter, but it's down to 4 as we stand here at halftime. Looking at the individual scoring, we'll start with Orrville. The Red Riders with 5 players in the scorebook after one half of basketball. Jenny Ballard off the bench has a free throw. She's got a point. And then 4 of the 5 starters have scored. J.C. Mulpus has 5. Cadence Wilson has 5. Brooklyn Butzer has 5. And then Emma Breedy has 8. And Breedy has hit 2 threes. So 2 of her 3 baskets have been outside the arc. And as Jared pointed out, my partner, she always seems to hit it at the right time, like meaning when her team's down 7, or in the case early when her team was down 9. Emma Breedy has hit big shots. For Keystone, only 3 players have scored. Off the bench, Ava Armitage had a 3 early in the game. And then it's the Jada Gaines and Maddie Sokolowski show, as it has been for most of the year. I pointed out, if you look at them statistically on the season, Keystone as a team averages 56 points per game. If you look at Sokolowski and Gaines, they average 39 of those 56 points all by themselves. And tonight's game against Orrville is no different. Jada Gaines has 7 points at halftime, and Maddie Sokolowski has 18. Sokolowski hit 3 threes early. She had 11 points when Keystone took an 11-2 lead over Orrville when people were just getting in the gym. It happened that quickly, and it was all Maddie Sokolowski. It's settled down a little bit, but she still has 18 at halftime. And obviously she and her teammate Jada Gaines are the key to any Keystone victory this year.
Playing really well here are those players, and you mentioned, Ron, a tight ball game here. Up 4 are the Lady Wildcats here at the break. In that first half of play, Orrville was 9 of 22 from the field, 41% of the evening. These stats pretty similar, and you can imagine with a 28-24 game why that would be. 3 of 5 at the line, so 60% there. 12 rebounds, 6 turnovers in the first half of play. They were 3 of 14 from downtown. For the Keystone Wildcats here, girls basketball tournament edition from LaGrange, they were 10 of 23 from the field in that first half, so 43%. A perfect 4 of 4 at the charity stripe. 12 rebounds, 5 turnovers throughout the first half of play. They were 4 of 11 from downtown, so shooting it a little bit better on both ends, and that's been a difference. But give Orrville credit. Every time there's been, like you said, they go up, that number magically seems to be 6 or 7 and then there's always a response by Orrville to get it back down and pretty quickly. So they're here to play, and this is a good ball game here. 4 points at the intermission. You want to take another quick break, and then we'll see if we get some scores from around the area?
Absolutely. Keystone's out on the floor. They're warming up. The Orrville Red Riders, you can hear their crowd cheering. They just came out of their locker room. They're coming out. So, Jared and I'll be back right after this timeout.
Nick Abraham Elyria Ford is proud to once again be a part of the Cleveland Auto Show, running February 20th through March 1st at the IX Center. Check out the latest models, explore new technology, and find the perfect ride that suits your lifestyle. Love what you see at the show? Head over to Nick Abraham Elyria Ford for special deals you don't want to miss. From the show floor to the showroom, your next ride awaits at Nick Abraham Elyria Ford at the corner of Route 57 and East Broad Street in Elyria. The perfect spot for before, during, and after the game is Smitty's Place in Elyria. Smitty's has a brand new menu and is open for lunch and dinner Monday through Saturday. During Lent, stop in every Friday for perch, chowder, butterfly shrimp, lobster bisque, and hush puppies. It's the perfect way to wrap up your week and fuel up for the weekend. Be sure to follow Smitty's on Facebook to see what's new with their latest specials and events. Smitty's Place in Elyria. We'll see you there.
Hi, Tim Elkhorn, Cavs radio voice. Recently, we had some trees removed. So again, singing the praises of EcoTree Services. In a few hours, EcoTree had removed the unsightly trees, cleaned the debris, and opened the area for a new fence. I can't say enough good things about the people at EcoTree. I've used them several times, always thrilled with their work. If you have trees that require pruning or need to be removed, contact EcoTree, a local business that deserves your business. They've earned mine. Go to ecotreeservices.com.
Lorraine Medina Rural Electric offers a quick and easy way to pay bills online, monitor your daily electric use, and receive updates from your cooperative through SmartHub. Members can sign up for this service at www.lmre.org or contact the LMRE office at 440-647-2133 for more information.
And welcome back to the Mallard Creek Golf Club halftime show. Mallard Creek Golf Club on Route 82 in Columbia Station. Just as you're leaving North Eaton, going east on 82. If you're going east on 82, like if you come down Route 57 and you go east on 82 by Brentwood Lake, and you head all the way east on 82, and just before you get to the railroad tracks, just after you leave Eaton, and before you hit Columbia Station, you'll see Mallard Creek right there on the north side of the street. Great golf club.
Kind of your neck of the woods from growing up. You know all about it, and you're right, it is a great golf club. And again, unlike a lot of places that we bump into, you're going to get waterlogged. We're just melting through that snow. We're going to warm up again this weekend. I don't think you're going to get any February golf in there, but I don't rule out early March, just the way that woods course in particular dries out, and you'll see guys out there getting ready to hit them before you know it. Couple of scores that we want to pass along going on right now. Other games that are in action at the end of 3, a little bit ahead of us. Ridgeville up on Solon in girls tournament basketball, 56-42. Looks like Amy Esther and company have plans of playing on Saturday afternoon.
Wow, good for
evening.
Ridgeville.
Sure, absolutely. It is Avon Lake with a 9-1 lead. That's not a spring training baseball score, but 9-1 over Louisville at the end of 1. At the end of 1, Columbia locked up in a good one with Southern, 11 apiece at the end of 1 girls basketball. Southern, I believe, boasted a 23-0 record
23-0
heading in.
Yeah, and they're the Eastern Ohio Conference champion. And Jared, I wanted to point this out, and it's great that you brought that score up. Southern has beat their opponents. They played 23 games, 23 wins, on the average by 42 points a game this year. That's how dominating they've been. So what Faith Williams and those Raiders are doing right now is miraculous.
Got them figured out for 1 quarter. Let's see what goes on. Go Raiders as that one continues. You're right. That's a pretty impressive feather in the cap. Elsewhere, Niles McKinley at Elyria Catholic tonight. I have it on good authority. We will have a score in that one at some point in our second half, and we'll let you know about that as we kind of effort what we're going to do the rest of the week here on WEOL.com. Tomorrow night, we know we have girls tournament basketball. It'll be Rocco, Dave Rydell, and the capable Zach Sprague making their way over to Lakewood for Avon and Lakewood in a girls basketball matchup. And then Friday night, we'll be at EC, the Coliseum, boys side of it. the Panthers are going to host Brush High School.
A lot of activity all week long, and will continue throughout the month of February as it is tournament time. And Keystone threw the ball away in their first possession. Caitlin Lamb, a ninth grader, just chucked it into the stands, and she turned immediately around to head coach Rocky Houston, and she had the saddest look on her face. And I think Coach Houston just said, listen, that's all right. It's one possession. We'll get it back. You know, that's one of the things when you're coaching a team that's just so youthful. And I asked Rocky before the game tonight, I said, you know, it's your 24th game of the year. Are you still freshmen or, you know, ninth graders and sophomores? And he said, yeah, in a lot of ways we still are. And that was one example right there, that turnover. So it's Orrville with the basketball. And the Red Riders are clinging tightly to this Keystone team. It's a 4-point game. It could cut to 2 if that shot was made. That's Jada Gaines with the rebound. Sokolowski will bring it up. Maddie Sokolowski at 18 first half points. She hit 3 threes real early. She had 11 points before people even got inside the gymnasium.
Speaking of getting inside the gymnasium, look at the crowd from Orrville right out in front of us that came out here and traveled. That's one heck of a showing. And, of course, the LaGrange faithful always here whenever there's a game.
Orrville plays out of the Principals Conference. Keystone setting up a 3 left wing right on the money, but it goes up and over the backboard. That shot was by Sophia Clerico. Clerico, one of the sophomore starters. If you look at the rotation players on this Keystone team, there are 3 sophomores and 3 ninth graders who play an awful lot. Looking for some defense now is Keystone. And playing defense for the Wildcats was actually the basket that time. They're going to call a jump ball situation, and Orrville's going to keep the basketball. I tell you this, the Red Riders not happy with the officiating at all tonight. Now they get to keep it, but they lose that possession arrow.
You know, I'm not sure that either one of these programs is really excited about the officiating.
So Breedy with a real nice pass on a nicely run inbounds play. J.C. Mulpus will get the layup. She's got 7. And it's a 28-26 lead for Keystone. Wildcats have been patient all night with a seam, drawing the defense, kicking it out, and that was a risky pass. Wildcats will keep it. They need some help out top. Rock Houston recognizes that, and the Rock calls a timeout.
30-second timeout. We're going to keep it right here and kind of, again, let you know about the rest of the week here on WEOL.com and, of course, the Chronicle Telegram YouTube channel. Tomorrow evening, it'll be girls basketball over at Lakewood High School, and that's going to feature the Lady Eagles of Avon making the trip out there. That was a decent game in the regular season. Lakewood got them. However, Avon a lot bit healthier from where they were when that game took place. So that one has a little bit of allure to it, I think, in terms of a good matchup that we want to feature. And then we'll believe it or not, take a night off on Thursday, and we'll bring it back to you on Friday night from the Coliseum on the boys' end. It'll be EC hosting Brush. Slew of possibilities on Saturday. We've got some extra.
We've got a runner on the floor.
Yeah, I mean, somebody needs to find the track coach right there because
he's going right to the concession stand.
Yeah, he wants that soft pretzel that you didn't get earlier, Ron Yance. That was a heck of a
He did
dash.
not stop. I think he's going to the concession stand. I wonder if he's going to come back the same way he left. That'll be something to watch out for. Out of the timeout, Wildcats desperately need a hoop. How about Jada Gaines with power inside, got the hoop, and she got fouled. How did she get that shot off?
Yeah, when you talk about a player that gravitates towards contact, Jada Gaines has been that throughout this game. This is a good chess match. I think whenever Gaines gets going, they like to bring in this matchup here in terms of making the lane a little bit more plugged up, I guess we'll say.
Yeah, they bring in 6'2" Jenny Ballard to
Ballard is just
match up
played
with
well.
Jada Gaines inside. Ballard's a very valuable player for this Orrville team, and she grabs that rebound. Gaines has 9, her team's up 4, and Orrville just threw it away. Credit Kendall Krabiels for being in the passing lane there. Kendall at 5'9", those long arms, I mean, she really disturbed what was a very normal pass on bringing the ball up the floor. This is Gaines, and playing that good defense was Ballard. Outside, 3 in the air by Krabiels. Gaines got the rebound. Ball's kicked out. Ball loose. Sokolowski will control it. Maddie with the left-hand dribble. Maddie inside to Krabiels. Kendall put up a shot, missed it, didn't get a rebound, and here comes Orrville with it. 30-26. Keystone with the lead. Just about 3 minutes gone in this third quarter.
Heading into that Keystone student section, the Wildcat Nation. And it's pretty well full on a Tuesday evening out here. A lot of the guys out here to support.
That's a Sokolowski steal. Maddie with the basketball. Hesitation dribble. Good defense on Sokolowski. Keystone trying to move the ball against that defense, and the Wildcats will turn it over. You've got to give Orrville all the credit in the world right now. Their defense, their on-ball defense and their off-ball defense has been sensational. And what I mean by off-ball defense, if they're guarding somebody that doesn't have the ball, they're not letting them get the ball.
No, you're right. They've done a really good job of execution.
That's Ballard with a drop step. Got the look she wanted. Shot sailed long, and here comes Sokolowski. Maddie scoreless so far in the second half. We're about 3 minutes and 20 seconds into the second half. Sokolowski in the corner will not get the basketball. They'll go from the right to the left. This is Krabiels with it. They'll bring it back out on top. Pass inside is picked off by Orrville's J.C. Molpus. Molpus looks left, goes left, little dribble drive. Breedy off the glass. She had a real good first half. Ballard with a rebound, it wouldn't go. And Molpus kept it alive. Tie up, possession arrow, Wildcats. I think Jenny Ballard wants that one back.
Boy, nothing's coming easy for either one of these ball clubs here in the third period of play. You know, we're pretty much stuck, well, exactly where we were, a 4-point game almost halfway through this third period, but just one bucket for either ball club, and it's not been for lack of effort.
Isaiah Handwork will come in, a 9th grader for Orrville. She'll play inside. She subs out Ballard. Lead stays at 4 for Keystone. This is Gaines off that drop step. She loves it. Back to the basket, gets the pass. Quick step and go. She'll shoot free throws. Fouls on Molpus. That's JC's 3rd. And that's significant because she's a key player right now. She's a 10-point-a-night, 3-rebound-a-night player and has played really well in this game.
She was the first player on either squad to pick up 2, and those came about midway through the second quarter, and she's going to have to come out. That's what's the discussion there with the coaches. The free throw is good.
No one on the Keystone team this year has been to the foul line more than number 0, Jada Gaines. She has been to the foul line 140 times in now 24 games. She's got 11 points. It's 32-26, Wildcats. Inside into a double. Good ball movement, passing out of it, and a 3 in the air and dropped by the 9th grader. That's Zaya Handwork with the handiwork. She hit a 3. 6 Red Riders have scored tonight. Handiwork was the 6th. Bless you.
Thank you.
My partner, Jared Kozar. Wide open inside. Identifying and passing was Armitage to McKinley Acavello. Acavello was waving, jumping up and down, and Armitage spotted her. It's an easy bucket. Going the other way, boy, Orrville's had a few of those. Rattles around, drops in, pops back out. 34-29. Keystone with the 5-point lead. Sokolowski to Gaines. Gaines going to pass it back out. These two might just play catch for a while. Strong move, left baseline, shot missed. Sokolowski's going to bring it back out. Boy, Acavello was wide open. Gaines went right at the basket, and guess who's going back to the foul line? It's Jada Gaines.
Again, when you want to attack and you gravitate towards contact, that happens. 4 fouls on Molpus, and again, we thought that she was going to be out of the game longer than what she was.
So up off the bench for head coach Maggie Summers, they're going to get Molpus out with 4 fouls and 2:44 left in this third quarter. 2 players will come in. Coming in is Kate Lacey and Kylie Albrecht. Lacey, a 5'7" junior, and Albrecht, a sophomore. So with Molpus exiting. It's 34-29. Let's see if that affects the game in any way. Gaines 1 of 2 in that trip. She's got 12 points. Wildcats up 6 at 35-29. Largest lead of the second half. Their largest lead of the game was real early, 11-2, when Sokolowski was on that 3-point blitz. They led by 7, they led by 8, but as Jared pointed out, most of the second quarter, I should say, was played with a 4 or 5 point Keystone lead. Here comes Sokolowski on a break. She's got 4 players chasing her. She'll still throw up the shot, and they're going to say the foul was on the floor. I think they're going to wave off the shot. The foul was on Cadence Wilson, and they did say it was on the floor, so Sokolowski's not going to go to the foul line.
It is the 4th team foul against Orrville, though, so the next one's going to put them in a penalty situation. Got 2:14 left to go. Running out of some options for Orrville, especially if Keystone continues to attack like this. You've already got one of your better defenders on the bench with 4 fouls.
Double team trap comes out to the ball. Sokolowski ball above her head, running away from that double team. Inside 2 minutes, third quarter. Wildcats with a 6-point lead. This is Gaines again to the basket. Little floater and a drop. Jada Gaines' body control is impressive. I mean, she gets a lot of hits when she goes up for the shot, and she's got such a strong base and strong core that it really doesn't affect her.
Gravitate towards contact. Charles Barkley did that for an entire career.
Maggie Summers wants a timeout for Orrville. Keystone has built an 8-point lead here in this third quarter. We got 1:34 left in the third. We'll be back on the Chronicle Telegram's YouTube channel and streaming on WEOL.com.
It's the biggest show of the year, the Cleveland Auto Show, running February 20th through March 1st at the IX Center. Nick Abraham Buick GMC is once again proud to be a part of the event, so you can see their latest lineup packed with style, performance, and innovation. Take the drive to their Elyria showroom, where special auto show deals are waiting for you. From the auto show to your driveway, get your next vehicle at Nick Abraham Buick GMC, Route 57 and East Broad Street in Elyria.
Lorain County Community College is where you'll lock in your future success. LCCC will get you prepared, get you credentialed, and get you working. Lorain County Community College. Your goals, your career, your future. Enroll today.
Pre- and halftime show sponsors today, North Ridgeville Convenience Sunoco brought us the pregame show. It's always a great time to stop by your locally owned and operated North Ridgeville Convenience Sunoco. It's at Center Ridge and Barton Roads. And then our halftime show brought to you by Mallard Creek Golf Club, Mallard Creek at Route 82 in Columbia Station. So register your next tee time and play your next round at the Duck. Spring is around the corner, we promise. So Orrville's got the basketball. They're down 8, and they got 1:34 left in this third. Catch and shoot off the inbound, 3 in the air. It looked good, but it was a little bit short by Butzer. And Brooklyn Butzer is the one to shoot that. This is Gaines out top. Krabiels playing catch with Armitage. On the drive is Acavello, and Keystone will keep it.
Got a couple scores to pass along. Third quarter, early underway. EC over Niles McKinley, 37-14. Again, that one just the start of the third, and the reality might have set in. Southern now opening up a 33-13 lead over Columbia at the break.
Yeah, the lead has grown to 20. Wasn't it 11-11?
It was tied at 11 at the end of one.
Since that time, they've outscored them. Southern has the Columbia team by 22. Inside a minute, shot blocked. Good defense inside. Jada Gaines got it back. Another block shot. How about the defense by Jenny Ballard right now? Jenny Ballard, the 6'2 sophomore.
She has been the fuel and the recipe to sort of, I don't want to say neutralize, but maybe at least combat Jada Gaines.
So here's a great matchup. You've got 6'2 sophomore Jenny Ballard, and Keystone just brought in 6'5" ninth grader Bella Dooley. So you got a ninth grader against a sophomore. You got 6'5" against 6'2", and they're matched up right now inside on the right block as Ballard works across the lane with Dooley on her. Now Dooley's playing with a severely sprained right wrist. She hurt it in that Canton South game. And she'll fight for the rebound right now, and tipped it enough for Keystone to pull it down. Kerbeals will bring it up, and she'll hand it off to Sokolowski. 6'5" and 6'2", a freshman and a sophomore. I think that's fascinating.
On the girls' side of things, you're darn right it is.
Sokolowski straight to the basket, split the defense, and believe it or not, Maddie Sokolowski with 10 seconds left in the third quarter has her first basket of the second half. She's got 20, and her team's up 10. Little floater, fouled, and shooting free throws. So holding her hand in disbelief is McKinley Acavello, because McKinley got called for the foul at the buzzer that will send Cadence Wilson to the foul line. Wilson's going to get 2 with the game clock at 0.
Really important for Orrville to get something here, split the pair at the minimum, because something about a double-digit lead going into the fourth quarter seems like it's pretty big in an affair like this, and she does just that, at least gets a share of what's going to go on here.
Wilson's had a nice night. She's got 6. She'll look for 7, and has it as she drops 2 straight free throws. So 3 quarters are in the books. We've got 1 quarter left. The Keystone Wildcats trying to improve to 21-3 and advance to a district final. They've got 8 minutes to prove it. They're up 8, 39-31.
Nick Abraham Elyria Ford is proud to once again be a part of the Cleveland Auto Show, running February 20th through March 1st at the IX Center. Check out the latest models, explore new technology, and find the perfect ride that suits your lifestyle. Love what you see at the show? Head over to Nick Abraham Elyria Ford for special deals you don't want to miss. From the show floor to the showroom, your next ride awaits at Nick Abraham Elyria Ford at the corner of Route 57 and East Broad Street in Elyria. Looking for the best Friday fish fry around? Every Friday of the year, and especially during Lent, stop by North Ridgeville Convenient Sunoco for lunch or dinner. Enjoy delicious perch, cod, catfish, pierogies, and cabbage and noodles made fresh and ready to go. Planning a party? Convenient has you covered with deli trays, party trays, and a full-service meat department with expert butchers on hand to help with any purchase. Visit Convenient at Center Ridge and Barton Roads in North Ridgeville. Open 7 days a week. And good luck to all of our area teams in the tournaments.
Keystone led 16-10 after a quarter, 28-24 at halftime, and they lead now 39-31. The 8-point lead is their largest lead since they led by 9 early, 11-2. Orrville's got the basketball, and they've made a habit all night long of making a big shot when the lead gets to 7 or 8. Let's see if they've got it in them on this possession. Ball fake, good one. Creating her own shot off the glass, left it a little short, but Ballard's there for the rebound, and Jenny Ballard puts it up, and Jenny Ballard puts it in. Ballard's got 3, and it's a 6-point Keystone lead. Wildcats in that sectional championship game against Canton South took a 19-5 lead after a quarter, and then went 0 for 11 from the field in the second quarter. And they survived it, and they're going to say it over in the back by Keystone's Sophia Clerico.
I think she dragged her foot through there and thought get away with that one. And maybe sometimes you do, but it was not to be.
So they survived that drought, and at least so far, they survived the second quarter that wasn't exactly their friend. And they've built a lead here in the fourth, but if Orrville drops a 3-point shot, it's a 3-point game. Ballard sets the screen, there's the 3. And that one's a little long, and Sokolowski will bring it up. They got exactly what they wanted, an open look at a 3. Sokolowski at 18 in the first half. Maddie drew the D, open look for her teammate, 3 in the corner, and it's long by Acavello. Here comes Orrville, Breedy with it, Emma Breedy right to the basket, left block, high off the glass, missed the shot, and how about the block shot? The follow was blocked, and it's blocked by Kendall Kerbeals. Kendall at 5'9", short of Jenny Ballard at 6'2", the tallest player on the floor right now. Ballard inside, And at 6'2", that is a hard inbound pass to defend and a hard shot to defend. Ballard's got 5. She's got the last 4 points for Orrville, and it's a 4-point game, 39-35.
Give credit to the sophomore coming in off the bench to have the presence and the poise to say, I'm going to take that shot.
Sokolowski right to the basket, and Orrville's going to get called for a blocking foul. No, they're going to call a charge on
Gaines.
Jada Gaines.
So the player control foul, and yeah, Gaines again just had gone to that power dribble once more, and it didn't work that time for him.
What did you call it? Loves contact? What did you say earlier
Gravitates
about Barkley?
towards contact,
like Charles
Barkley, the same sort of philosophy.
Undersized, big. They go into Ballard. Jada Gaines trying to play defense, trying to front her, and Orrville's going to lose the basketball. A lot of times on bigs, you'll see somebody front and then somebody double down, come in from behind, or if they can't front, you'll see somebody double down when the pass comes inside. She's a definite problem right now, and coming up off the bench, ready to check back in, is 5'9" J.C. Mulpus.
It's a key moment here to bring her back in with about the 5-minute mark probably, with the 4 fouls, but you have to do it if you're Coach Summers.
They took her out with like 2 minutes left in the third. She had 4 fouls. They were up 4. Orrville was down 4, I should say. Keystone was up 4. And I said, let's see how it works out. Keystone built a decent lead at 8, but when she comes back in, Jared, it's 4 points.
It's a 4-point game.
So credit her teammates. They did a good job.
Lead was 10, double figures for about 10 seconds, and then the free throws at the end of the quarter changed that.
And they go right into Mulpus. And reaching over and drawing the foul is Sophia Clerico. So JC's going to go to the foul line. She'll look for her 8th and 9th points on the night.
And that's kind of dangerous, too, to go right in there.
Mulpus, a 67% free throw shooter. You think because maybe an opportunity at drawing an offensive foul?
Correct, yeah. You never want that to be, and it just seemed with the quickness that she picked up that 4th lift, you have to be a little bit gun-shy.
Boy, 2 good ones by J.C. Mulpus. She's got 9. It's a 2-point game. 39-37. It's as close as it has been for a very long time. It's as close as it has been since 3-2. A couple of 4-point leads. That's Gaines inside. Jada with, wow, I'm telling you, that body control is her secret weapon. It's her superpower. She's got 16. That's a big hoop, partner. Leads at 4 for Keystone. It's Keystone extending that defense, and it's Keystone's defense that creates that turnover. 2 players in particular that time, McKinley Acavello and Sophia Clerico. A sophomore and a 9th grader playing tight defense.
Running out of room right there by her own bench was just something that she hadn't expected happening, and give Keystone credit. We talked about Orrville answering runs. Keystone has been able to, when they get to that, they get to 2 there, they get to 4, they push it right back out with a bucket of their own. It's been tight the whole time.
Sokolowski to the basket, got the bounce on the rim. Maddie with 22. Her team back up 6. Drawing the D, wide open look, good 3, rattled and came out. Orrville will keep it. Red Riders again, right at the basket. Nice move. Will it roll? It will. And it drops in for Brooklyn Butzer. She's got 7. Boy, if Orrville ends up short in this game, they're going to take that long bus ride back thinking about all the shots that were halfway in and pop back out. There have been a bunch of them tonight. 4-point game. 3:35 left. Keystone with the basketball, and Rocky Houston wants a timeout. We'll take one, too. We got 3:33 left. Keystone 43. Orrville 39 on the Chronicle Telegram YouTube channel, streaming on WEOL.com. It's Ron Yance, Jared Kozar, and Nick Hershey. We'll be back.
The perfect spot for before, during, and after the game is Smitty's Place in Elyria. Smitty's has a brand new menu and is open for lunch and dinner Monday through Saturday. During Lent, stop in every Friday for perch, chowder, butterfly shrimp, lobster bisque, and hush puppies. It's the perfect way to wrap up your week and fuel up for the weekend. Be sure to follow Smitty's on Facebook to see what's new with their latest specials and events. Smitty's Place in Elyria. We'll see you there.
I want to also thank our pregame and our halftime show sponsors tonight. I want to give our thanks to North Ridgeville Convenience Sunoco on Center Ridge and Barton Roads in North Ridgeville. Stop in this Lent for the Friday Fish Fry, the best around. And we'd also like to thank Mallard Creek Golf Club on Route 82 in Columbia Station. Mallard Creek Golf Club, our sponsor of our halftime show.
Good to have them on board. Jonathan Palmer and company.
Keystone with the basketball. They've got a tenuous 4-point lead. We got a little less than 4 minutes left in this basketball game, so a lot of time left. Sokolowski out top, got that double team chasing her everywhere she goes. Gaines got it right to the basket. Ballard pushed her out. Good defense by the 6'2 sophomore. There's that double team trap. Sokolowski open, left it short. Maddie had the look she wanted. Gaines did a nice job of passing out of the trap, anticipating it. Keystone just couldn't knock down the shot. Orrville with a chance to draw within one, and they do. That's a three by Cadence Wilson. Wilson's got 10. She's hit 2 threes, and it's a 1-point Keystone lead. Boy. This is as close as this game has been since it was 3-2. And the Wildcats just threw it away. On the break, it's Brady. Brady's going to get a layup, missed a shot. Good defense. Credit the defense by Sophia Clerico. Sokolowski, team needs it. Sokolowski left it long, and the ball chased down by Cadence Wilson. Orrville with a break. They see an opening. Mulpus with it off the glass, and Orrville has jumped into the lead. Rocky Houston wants a timeout. Orrville has battled all the way back. It's 44-43. Red Riders. 2 minutes, 10 seconds left.
We're going to keep it here. It's a 30-second timeout as Rocky gets everybody gathered around. Said did not like the outlet pass off of that rebound. Just thought that there was going to be a way for them to maintain possession. They were not able to. They turned it over, and Orrville goes the other way and makes them pay. And they've come all the way back here. It's just been one interesting second half of basketball. Not a lot of scoring. Everything's come at a price.
Jared, Orrville's never led in this game until
now.
now. This is the first lead that the Red Riders have had in this basketball game. And if you're going to take your first lead, you do it when it counts, and that's late in the basketball game. So the Red Riders coming out of this Keystone timeout are going to try to finish the job. Keystone going to try to find a way to get Maddie Sokolowski back in the basket. She had 18 at halftime. She has scored only twice in this entire second half. Gaines to the basket, draws the defense. Open look at a three, and that one's long. And the long rebound chased down by Kerbeals. How about Kenda Kerbeals keeping it alive? Here's Sokolowski, and back to Kerbeals. Boy, if Keystone can score on this, that rebound by Kendall Kerbeals was big time. And there's a 5-second call.
Wow, and it'll turn it
or
over.
Did Rocky get a timeout?
Rocky got a timeout. Boy, but I don't know that he wanted it there, Ron. He did it to maintain the possession. But, yeah, that's a full timeout. We're going to take one, too. We're back here in 30 seconds. This is the girls tournament cage matchup online at WEOL.com and the Chronicle Telegram YouTube channel.
It's the biggest show of the year, the Cleveland Auto Show, running February 20th through March 1st at the IX Center. Nick Abraham Buick GMC is once again proud to be a part of the event, so you can see their latest lineup packed with style, performance, and innovation. Take the drive to their Elyria showroom, where special auto show deals are waiting for you. From the auto show to your driveway, get your next vehicle at Nick Abraham Buick GMC, Route 57 and East Broad Street in Elyria.
There's a look at the Keystone bench brought to you through the camera eye of Nick Hershey. Rocky Houston in his 7th year leading the Wildcats. They have been wildly successful. 121 wins, 43 losses, state Final Four 2 seasons ago, 4-time LCA champions, but they're in the fight of their life right now with 1:44 to go. They're down a point, 44-43. Sokolowski will inbound it, and she'll go into her teammate, Jada. Gaines goes to the basket. She got blocked from behind by Ballard, and Jada's going to shoot free throws.
Well, they did the right thing there coming out of that timeout to get aggressive. That's what's worked for them. And just the first team foul for Orrville here with 1:41 left. Ron, interesting about that sequence. With about 2:30 left, Rocky had 4 timeouts. Now he's down to just 1. And nothing really went positive for Keystone out of those timeout situations. So Rock just won to the back pocket.
Gaines at the foul line, and now more than ever, her teammates need her to sink free throws. Coach Houston told me that she put the team on her back in that Canton South game when they were struggling offensively, when they didn't make a shot in the second quarter. It was Gaines that saved that game, and that free throw right there ties this one at 44. Minute 35 and counting left in this basketball game. Orrville with a chance to take a 2-point lead, maybe even a 3 if they can hit that outside shot. Red Riders have led only once, and that was just a moment ago by 1 point. They'll be patient on offense. You got Ballard flash in the middle, working from block to block. There's a hop, skip, and a jump. That's a crab dribble if I ever saw one. And Kerbeals comes up with a loose ball. It's Sokolowski now with it. Maddie facing the double team out to Kendall Kerbeals. He'll swing it all the way right side. Acavella with the basketball. Top at Sokolowski. Game's tied. We're inside a minute. Maddie with it. Maddie left-hand dribble. Kendall Kerbeals now with it. There's a backdoor cut. Wildcats didn't see it. Jada Gaines got it picked by Ballard. Keystone will keep it. Rocky Houston wants the ball back out on top. Will they take a minute 10 off the clock and work this all the way down to 8 seconds and run one final play? There's a lob inside, ball stolen. Stolen by Cadence Wilson. Wilson down the floor to Mulpus, and Orrville wants a timeout. They've got the basketball, 32 seconds left in a tie game at 44. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Lorraine Medina Rural Electric offers a quick and easy way to pay bills online, monitor your daily electric use, and receive updates from your cooperative through SmartHub. Members can sign up for this service at www.lmre.org or contact the LMRE office at 440-647-2133 for more information.
Lorain County Community College is where you'll lock in your future success. LCCC will get you prepared, get you credentialed, and get you working. Lorain County Community College. Your goals, your career, your future. Enroll today.
And just to let you know, if you're worried or wondering about the foul situation, it's inconsequential right now. Keystone's got 2 team fouls. Orrville's got only 1.
I would say that that's almost all the way true, Ron. Mulpus is out there with 4. So you've got to wonder about what that goes on, if they can attack her, should they get an opportunity to get back on offense. I think Orrville's trying to tick this whole thing down.
30 seconds remain. Orrville with the basketball. Mulpus sets the screen, rolls out of it. 3 in the air, left it short. Rebound comes out. Keystone's got it. Grabbing that rebound was Clerico. Wildcats down the floor. Sokolowski with it. Sokolowski to Acavella. Holding it is Jada Gaines. Gaines to Sokolowski. 8 seconds, 7 seconds, 6 seconds, 4 seconds. Sokolowski with a spin. Rocky Houston wanted a timeout, didn't get it. He took it finally with 2.6 seconds left. I think he wanted it maybe 4 seconds before that. I don't know if the officials didn't hear him. He's screaming across the court right now. He's trying to find out where the ball will be. So he's going to get it out far side of the court by those 3 officials that you see in the far side of Nick Hershey's shot. That's where Keystone will get the ball out coming out of this timeout. They've got just 2.6 seconds on the clock, and the game's tied at 44.
And I wondered if there was maybe a possibility that this conference over there might award him a couple more seconds if they go over there, because it did look like he was sort of at about 7.5 saying, this isn't going to work the way I drew it up. Let's get this figured out.
Well, they're still talking. That would be surprising if they walk over to the scorer's table and decide to put more time on the clock. It all comes down to 2.6.
Not much more than catch fire.
Who will take the shot? Sokolowski is the likely target. Who will inbound it? Looks like Kendall Kerbeals, all 5'9" of her, will use her length, but they've got 6'2" Ballard on her. So they'll defend the inbounds pass with the tallest player on the floor. Sokolowski's in the corner. She's going to run around a couple of high screens. They're going to inbound it to Maddie. Couldn't get her. Way out at half court. Keystone's not going to get a shot off. Buzzer. That one did not work out well. We're going to go to overtime. Boy, credit Orville's defense. They couldn't get Sokolowski shaken free, and they get it inbounded, but they got it in near half court. McKinley Acavella got it and was actually in the backcourt in Orville's end when she took that pass, and it just never had a chance. That's the score after 4 quarters. We've got overtime coming next here on the Chronicle Telegram YouTube channel and streaming on WEOL.com.
Nick Abraham Elyria Ford is proud to once again be a part of the Cleveland Auto Show, running February 20th through March 1st at the IX Center. Check out the latest models, explore new technology, and find the perfect ride that suits your lifestyle. Love what you see at the show? Head over to Nick Abraham Elyria Ford for special deals you don't want to miss. From the show floor to the showroom, your next ride awaits at Nick Abraham Elyria Ford at the corner of Route 57 and East Broad Street in Elyria.
Neither of these teams, according to the schedules that I went through today, have played in an overtime game this year. So this is the first game in overtime for both teams, and it happens in a district semifinal. Good crowd, real good basketball game. And we've got more to play. 4 minutes on the clock. 4 minutes on the clock, 44-44.
And if you're wondering, it's a situation of team fouls, as you mentioned, relatively inconsequential at this point. Keystone with 2, Orrville with just 1. 3 timeouts remaining for Orrville, 1 for the Wildcats, and Orrville gets control here.
Out top for the Red Riders is Breedy and Wilson. This is Wilson with it. Now in the corner, Butzer. Back to Breedy. Patience on the perimeter for Orrville right now. Emma Breedy with the basketball. They go inside. Good ball movement. The inside-out game. They got the shot they wanted. Just couldn't knock it down. I mean, Jenny Ballard, sophomore, she just got a good presence about her. She took the high pass and immediately kicked it back out.
Really good hands. Yeah, you can see that, and that was instinctual there. Something that is worth noting, Keystone hasn't hit a 3-ball in the second half. So they're nailed 4 in that first half. They have not connected from downtown here in the second half and now in overtime.
They got a lot of points at the foul line from the post player, Jada Gaines. This is Kerbeals with the basketball out top. That Orrville defense has just been outstanding from the opening tip tonight. Sokolowski with just 2 baskets in this second half. Maddie trying to shake and bake Orville's key. It's Wilson, and Wilson just doing a great job. Gaines right into a double team, looking to pass out of it. It's Sokolowski with a break, step on Wilson, scoop, glass, good for Maddie Sokolowski. Fouls on Cadence Wilson. And this is Sokolowski to complete a 3-point play. Maddie 3 of 3 from the foul line tonight. That's her first miss. 2-point game. 46-44 Keystone. Here comes Orrville with the basketball. Catch, shoot, three, look good. It was long. Shot right in front of us. We had the perfect angle. That looked good on the release by Cadence Wilson. It was just long. So Keystone with a chance to take a 2-possession lead. That's a dangerous pass. Kerbeals will fight for it. Ball on the floor, and Kendall comes up with it. Boy, Emma Brady did everything she could to create that turnover. Kendall Kerbeals, she's played real well too. Won't show up in the stat sheet. She doesn't have a point, but man, she has done all the little things. Three missed, rebound kept by Keystone. It's Accavello inside, and it's a jump ball, and Keystone has the possession arrow.
Under 2 minutes left to play, getting a little bit physical down there. Every possession counts. Keystone going to fight to keep one here. Again, Ron, they hoisted one from deep. They're 0 of 7 in the second half and overtime.
Sokolowski will try to make it 1 of 8. She does! Maddie Sokolowski! She heard you talking, partner.
Sometimes the curse is the inverse.
90 seconds left. Foul, a push on the baseline. It'll go against the Wildcats.
Boy, and the other thing now, Ron, we talked about it. Pretty nice sized student section. A lot of the guys coming out here to support the ladies tonight. They're coming to life here with 1 minute and 35 left in overtime.
And they're in the Orrville end. Off the inbound. Orrville with a good look, and they missed it. They had the right player shooting. J.C. Mulpus just rolled around and popped out. Here comes Sokolowski with it, and there's a little push from behind. Cadence Wilson said, come on, that's a ticky-tack foul. But it's called, and again, neither team in a situation where they're shooting free throws yet.
That's why that's not necessarily a dreadful foul for Orrville, because they might need to commit 2 more of those really quickly if they want to elongate this one.
Minute 25 left. Orrville with 3 team fouls. This is Jada Gaines, going to keep it outside. Accavello will bring it even more outside, and now Maddie Sokolowski has the basketball. Sokolowski with Cadence Wilson on her. Cadence Wilson has been on Maddie Sokolowski no matter where she has gone tonight. If she goes to get popcorn, she goes with her to the concession stand. If she goes to say hi to family, she goes with her in the stands. Wilson's done an outstanding job on Maddie Sokolowski.
That's going to be 5 on Mulpus right there. That was what they didn't want to have happen if you were Orrville. There were 2 things, and Keystone was doing a great job. They were kind of keeping Mulpus in that area. That's her 5th she's done. But it was also a situation where they didn't want to foul Sokolowski. They knew what they didn't want to do, and one or the other happened. That was just a rock and a hard place for Orrville there.
So Mulpus is out, and she's out with 11 points in a great game. She has fouled out. In for her is the freshman, the 9th grader, Zaya Handiwork. This is Gaines right to the basket, puts up a shot back of the rim, and it wouldn't drop. Sat on the back end of that rim and just fell the wrong way if you're a Keystone Wildcat. So Orrville's got it. 51 seconds left. Down 5 at 49-44. That Maddie Sokolowski 3-point shot looms large right now. Step back 3 for Orrville. That one misses left, and it goes out of bounds. Doing a nice job was Kendall Kerbeals, keeping Orrville from getting a look at grabbing that rebound. Kendall boxed out, trying to just keep Orrville away from the basketball. 36 seconds left. Sokolowski on the break. Sokolowski, good feed. High glass shot, missed. Maddie got the rebound. She's going to dribble it all the way back out. 25 seconds left. Kerbeals with it, facing a double team, got fouled. That's the 5th team foul, so Kerbeals is going to go to the foul line. She's going to shoot free throws. So here's Kendall Kerbeals on the year. She has struggled from the charity stripe, just 29%. She'll get 2. And to be fair to Kendall, her role on this team, which she does very well, is play defense, grab rebounds, and block shots.
Redirects a lot of those looks and those shots, you're right.
And the shot is off an Orrville Red Rider. That's unfortunate for Jenny Ballard. Couldn't quite get the handle on it, and Keystone's going to keep it. Sokolowski will inbound it. There are 18 seconds left. Keystone with a 5-point lead. And Rocky Houston calls his final timeout. 49-44. You can see it. And cameraman Nick Hershey's shot, 18.3 left. We are in overtime. Keystone with the lead over Orrville. We'll be right back.
Looking for the best Friday fish fry around? Every Friday of the year, and especially during Lent, stop by North Ridgeville Convenient Sunoco for lunch or dinner. Enjoy delicious perch, cod, catfish, pierogies, and cabbage and noodles made fresh and ready to go. Planning a party? Convenient has you covered with deli trays, party trays, and a full-service meat department with expert butchers on hand to help with any purchase. Visit Convenient at Center Ridge and Barton Roads in North Ridgeville. Open 7 days a week. And good luck to all of our area teams in the tournaments.
Orrville on the floor. They are walking back into the Keystone end. The Wildcats will follow. They're huddling up around Rocky Houston, their head basketball coach.
Orrville fans giving the girls a nice round of applause as they head out there. Again, down 5, 18.3 left to go. There's going to be some tough moves for them to come back in this one down 5 and without the basketball.
Handwork will guard the inbound of Kendall Krabiels. Krabiels still looking, and just gets it in. Orrville's going to send Wildcats to the basketball line. It was Brooklyn Butzer with the foul. And at the foul line is Sophia Clerico. This is only Sophia's 10th time to the foul line all season long. She's made 3. Now make it 4. Sophomore starter.
This would be the one that basically wraps it up if you can sink this.
And she does. Ice in her veins. 16 seconds left. Wildcats up 7. Orrville's going to work quickly. Brady will bring it up in a hurry. Left side, Butzer back to Brady. Emma caught it, shot it, looks good. It was just a tad long, and this one's going to be over. Sokolowski in the backcourt. They'll foul her with 2.5 seconds left. Maddie will walk the length of the floor to what is turning into a standing ovation from the Keystone crowd. What a great game.
Sure is. So Keystone's going to advance. They'll be back in action again Saturday. Don't know how that's going to really shape up for what we're thinking about, but key part here is in tournament basketball. You want to follow the website, WEOL.com, and Rocco does a really good job of making sure that's up to date along with our social media platforms. Everybody's going to know where we're at probably sometime, I would think, by, Thursday morning. I got girls hoops tomorrow.
I got to give a shout out to number 5 for Orrville. She just fouled out with her 5th foul. Cadence Wilson is her name, and she single-handedly, with her defense on Maddie Sokolowski. It wasn't until just the last few minutes that Sokolowski broke out in the second half, and it was Cadence Wilson that really was the nightmare defensively. Ball game's over. Keystone wins it. The final score will read 53-44. And if you just look at the score, you see it in the paper, you don't read the story, or you see it on social media tonight, you go, Keystone won by 9. Man, it was a fight. It was a fight all the way to the last couple of seconds of overtime. And the Wildcats win and they move on. 21-3 on the year. Orrville ends their season. It was a good one for head coach Maggie Summers and her Red Riders. They end 14-10. They'll be back. They were young. Starting lineup is all juniors, 1 senior. And then the 3 main players off the bench, 2 sophomores and a 9th grader. So Maggie Summers and her Orrville Red Riders will definitely be back, and the Wildcats move on. There you see the Keystone crew huddled up, taking a selfie. That will appear on social media probably within the next few seconds. Jared Kozar, Nick Hershey, and I'll be back. We'll wrap this thing up. I know Rocky Houston will come up and join us. Maybe he'll bring a player with him. The final, 53-44, Keystone in overtime. We'll take this time out. We'll come back with our postgame show. That's next.
Hi, Tim Elthorn, Cavs radio voice. Recently, we had some trees removed. So again, singing the praises of EcoTree Services. In a few hours, EcoTree had removed the unsightly trees, cleaned the debris, and opened the area for a new fence. I can't say enough good things about the people at EcoTree. I've used them several times, always thrilled with their work. If you have trees that require pruning or need to be removed, contact EcoTree, a local business that deserves your business. They've earned mine. Go to ecotreeservices.com.
The perfect spot for before, during, and after the game is Smitty's Place in Elyria. Smitty's has a brand new menu and is open for lunch and dinner Monday through Saturday. During Lent, stop in every Friday for perch, chowder, butterfly shrimp, lobster bisque, and hush puppies. It's the perfect way to wrap up your week and fuel up for the weekend. Be sure to follow Smitty's on Facebook to see what's new with their latest specials and events. Smitty's Place in Elyria. We'll see you there. Lorraine Medina Rural Electric offers a quick and easy way to pay bills online, monitor your daily electric use, and receive updates from your cooperative through SmartHub. Members can sign up for this service at www.lmre.org or contact the LMRE office at 440-647-2133 for more information.
$53-44 rather. Your final from Keystone tonight. The Wildcats moving on, 21-3 on the season. They'll move on to a district championship game against an opponent yet unknown.
That's going to be Worcester Triway, I believe, is who they would advance to meet. That'll be at Wellington.
So just to give you, let's take a little, since you mentioned Triway played in the same conference as Orrville.
Yep.
They finished second. They were 10-2, and they played Orrville twice this year. And they beat them by 12 in one game, and then they beat them by 8 in another. So that'll be a pretty good matchup in the district championship game if you just look at, the scores and how things have gone. For Orrville individually, if you look at them off the bench, they had 2 players score off the bench. They had Jenny Ballard with 5. And Zaya Handwork hit a 3 early and finished with 3. And then the starters go like this. J.C. Mulpus, who had a sensational game all around, she had 13 points. Candace Wilson had 12 points. She had 12, and she did, you could probably give her like another 10 points just on the defense that she played on Maddie Sokolowski in the second half. Brooklyn Butzer had 7, and Emma Breedy had 8 to finish the scoring for Orrville. They finished with 44 points. If you look at what Keystone did, 2 players off the bench scored tonight. Ava Armitage had 3. And then McKinley Acavello had 2 points. The rest of the scoring, well, there was one other player, Sophia Clerico, had 2. So you had Clerico with 2, Acavello with 2, Armitage with 3. So that's 7 points. Keystone scored 53. The other 46 points came from 2 players. Jada Gaines had 17. Maddie Sokolowski had 29. Sokolowski had 18 at halftime. She was really held defensively for most of the second half, but then came alive late. Coach Rocky Houston's working his way over. He's got some riders down there ready to talk to him. I think Maddie Sokolowski and maybe Jada Gaines is going to come up. We'll start with Maddie Sokolowski. Maddie, congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
It was well earned.
Yeah, it was a tough battle.
What did you want to do tonight against Orrville, and did it work out how you guys, obviously it worked out, you won, but was it tougher than you thought, or was it exactly what you thought?
It's pretty much exactly what we thought. We knew they were a great team. They split with Canton South, who we played on Saturday, and that was a closer game too. We really wanted to take number 4 away. I think we did a pretty good job doing that. I don't know how much she had, but
she only had 7.
Yeah, she only had 7. We really wanted to limit her shots, and We really wanted to crash the defensive boards, just really pick up the defensive intensity, which we pretty much held all game except for when they started coming back and they took the lead for that little short period of time. But, we find a way to win, and I'm very proud of our team. We're a young team, and I'm just glad we were able to come out on top.
Maddie, you really did find a way to win, because you guys at one point were up 10 just before the end of the third quarter, 39-29. And then Orrville, who would never led in the game, you guys jump out to a 3-0 lead, and they never lead. They take a 44-43 lead with just over 2 minutes left to play in the game. And you guys could have folded at that point. You could have said, oh my gosh, where are we at? We just had a 10-point lead. Now we're down by a point, and there's only 2 minutes left. And frankly, they were doing a great job on you defensively. But you found a way to pull it out and win. What did it take over that last 2:10 to tie the game, send it to OT, and then ultimately win it?
It was really just our grit, not even offensively. We were being very patient. I'm just happy for my team. Like, I'm glad I trusted them. I trust my teammates, and I know I can get the ball to Jada. Jada can go to the hoop. We can all shoot the ball. And I think it was really just trusting my teammates in that little final period of time.
Well, Maddie, we're going to let you go because we got Coach Houston, we got Jada here, and I know that there are some writers down there looking to talk to you. So congratulations.
Thank you so much.
And good luck as you move on.
Thank you.
Maddie Sokolowski finished the night with 29 points, and she's going to hand off the headsets to her sophomore teammate, her talented teammate Jada Gaines, and Jada had 17. So the combination of Sokolowski and Gaines had 46 of the 53 points tonight. Jada, is that a lot of pressure, or is it something both of you are used to and like?
Yeah, I think it's something we're both used to and like with AAU.
You say that with a smile on your face?
Yeah, that game was really fun. I like it more than just other games where they're slow. Oops.
It was a tight game.
Yeah.
And it got real tight late.
Yeah.
I had said to Maddie, you guys are up 10 just before the third quarter ends, and then they take the lead, the one and only time that they took the lead with 2 minutes left in the game, and you guys were able to answer. I want to go inside your head for a second. You're 5'6", with standing on a box, right? I mean, it's probably generous that you're 5'6", but you are in the paint playing tonight. 5'11" and 6'2" at some point.
Yep.
And the 6'2" sophomore, your classmate at a different school, Jenny Ballard, she was a tough player, athletic and big. Somehow, some way, Jada, you're able to find ways to score 17 points and grab rebounds and distribute. How do you do it?
I've always played with the boys, so the girls aren't as, they're strong, but they're not as strong as the boys. And my older brother, Julian, got me very strong. Just pushed me around a lot, so I'm used to getting pushed around, so I just got to go get that ball.
Can you push him around yet?
No.
No. She says with a serious face. No. Oh, that's a great story.
Yep.
So, I mean, do you give him credit for your success then?
No, he can't. No, he can't.
That's a good answer, too. Jada, congratulations. You
Thank
had a
you.
great game. We'll let you go celebrate with your teammates and whoever else wants to talk to you tonight.
Thank you.
It was nice to see you.
Nice to meet you.
All right. Good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.
Jada Gaines, the talented sophomore for head coach Rocky Houston and his Keystone Wildcat girls basketball team. The Rock is going to join us now. Rock, you go to 21-3. You're back in another district championship game, a familiar place for you over the years. You had said to me when you helped me prepare for this game, you said, this one's going to be a good game. They're big and they can shoot it from the outside, and they certainly proved you prophetic on both of those. And what did it come down to, Rocky? Do you think in the end that was able to, let you guys pull out this victory?
Yeah, it was strange because we started, like I talked about in our when we talked, our youth sometimes, we don't understand things. We make mistakes, we take bad shots, and we did that and gave away whatever it was, a 10-point lead there. But then, like I told you, somehow, some way, these young ladies, with all these freshmen and all these sophomores and these couple juniors, they figure out what they need to do at the end to get a W. And this is probably the 5th or 6th win this year where it's been tight like that, and these girls find a way to do what they need to do at the end to win games. And it's hard to explain. You watched it. We played so well, and then all of a sudden we're just somewhere else, and we turn the basketball over. We take bad shots. We make mistakes on defense, and we let teams right back in it. But then they do just the opposite of what you're supposed to do when you're this young, and they settle down, and then they flip a switch, and they go and win. When you're this young and you have that happen to you, you're just supposed to fold, and you're the one who loses by 9 points instead of winning by 9 points. And I heard you had mentioned to Maddie, they took the lead at 44-43 with just over 2 minutes to go. We didn't let them score.
No, and especially with a young team. And I asked you before the game, are they? You're 24 games in. Are they still freshmen and sophomores, Rock? And you kind of smiled and you said, in many ways, they still are. And here's an example where they didn't play that way late in the game tonight, because at 2:10, when that team takes the lead for the very first time in a game that is a district semifinal and everybody knows what's on the line, if you're a youthful player with a youthful mindset, you could get crushed by that, right?
Absolutely.
They did not.
They did not.
You got to like what happened.
It was fantastic, and Maddie and Jada, do a lot on the offensive end. They do a lot of other things, but the other girls work so hard. Sophia Clerico, she hits 2 clutch free throws down to seal it. Kendall Carrillos gets big rebound.
She was huge, I thought.
Freshman McKinley Acavella had a couple huge rebounds for us, and played a great job on the defensive end. She had a huge layup for us. And it's just it's amazing to watch these young kids figure it out, and like you said, just not fall apart. They just calm down, they figure it out, and so if they didn't score after they took the lead 44-43, that means they didn't score in overtime. They didn't score in overtime either.
Yeah, they didn't score for 6 minutes.
That's amazing. I didn't even realize that until this sunk in. That's amazing. And we did change defensively. We stopped face guarding number 4 at that point in time, and we were just playing straight up fundamental defense. And our girls were awesome.
Rock, great job.
Appreciate it, Ron. Love having these conversations.
Yeah, I love talking to you. And Jared and Nick Hershey, who's running camera right now, and Jared, my partner, they love seeing you.
Yeah. And I appreciate Jared. Jared's covered me quite a bit over the years, and this might be our 20th or 21st victory when we have a radio here covering us.
Right?
I think we got 4 losses maybe. Just for whatever reason, the girls.
It's all about Kozar, isn't it? Jared Kozar.
They want to talk on the radio. They want to talk to you guys. So it's fantastic. So
Awesome.
I couldn't be more happy for these young ladies, and we're gonna bust our butt and get ourselves ready for Saturday. It looks like we're playing Triway.
Yeah. And, you saw a team that plays Triway twice a year this year, so maybe, you get a little out of that. But
good
luck.
I appreciate it, Ron.
Rock, great to see you. Rocky Houston, the head girls basketball coach at Keystone High School. His team, an excited winner tonight in an exciting basketball game, 53-44 in overtime. Keystone beats Orrville. Jared, you want to throw on headsets? You just want me to wrap it up? All right, we're going to wrap this thing up. So Keystone's 21-3. They improve. They move on. They'll play Worcester Triway on Saturday at Wellington at 4 o'clock, according to executive producer and the know-it-all sports god, Jared Kozar. So 4 o'clock, Wellington. It's Triway from Worcester against the Keystone Wildcats. I want to thank Nick Hershey for running camera tonight. I want to thank the coaches, Rocky Houston and Maggie Summers, for helping out get ready for this broadcast tonight. We want to thank our sponsors, North Ridgeville Convenient Sunoco on Center Ridge and Barton Roads. You can stop in for your best Lenten fish fry around. We want to thank Mallard Creek Golf Club on Route 82 and Columbia Station. It is never too early to set a tee time. Play your next round at the Duck. We want to thank Nick Abraham Buick GMC and Nick Abraham Elyria Ford, Route 57 and East Broad Street in Elyria. I want to thank Lorain County Community College. It's real education for good jobs. The Lorain Medina Rural Electric Cooperative, your touchstone energy partner. We'd also like to thank your North Ridgeville Convenient Sunoco. Smitty's Place on East Bridge Street, across from the Elyria Post Office. I saw Stephanie Forth over tonight. She, of course, a Keystone mom and owner at Smitty's. Mallard Creek Golf Club, and Eco Tree Services, your complete tree care company. For Nick, for Jared, I'm Ron Yance. The final tonight in overtime, Keystone a winner, 53-44. Thanks for watching. Have a great night, everybody.